Test, test. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Market is open. I'm just sharing out my stream stuff. All right. Okay. Nasdaq looks like it's heading down to that day low. We'll see how price reacts down there. See what we can get here. But we're still forming that opening range candle. So just close through it. Which might mean we have to wait a little bit. Let's see. There's this 5-minute low here. Yeah. Bitcoin. Still nothing over there either, so strong facts. If Nasdaq hits London high. I don't know if we'll hit London high today. We'll see. I'm interested to see how does price react to day low here. The fact that it just closed through it, to me, might signal that we might just keep displacing down this morning. Yeah, we might attack some of these other day lows. We have this equal low to the left. These two equal lows on the 5-minute time frame. And then also on the 1 hour, let's check out some things. Where's my, there we go. 1 hour is extremely bullish, right? So for me, I mean, you have this massive impulse move. I mean, price right now looks like it wants to shoot down. I mean, price could shoot down all the way to this gap today. We have this new week opening gap right here that has yet to be filled. And price looks like it's aggressively going to shoot down. So it might just shoot down. But we also have this massive impulse move. And then another target for me for the impulse move would be... okay, the 50% line, which is the gap. So with way price is opening right now, it looks like it's just going to go. And for me, that doesn't give me a trade opportunity. I want to see something. Let me actually do this first. So there is one model I know. I'm not going to do it because it's not something I use right now. But there is one model I know of called like the first candle rule. And you would have just gotten it. And it looks like something like this. Basically, you at the first 3 consecutive candles that make a fair value gap, you take that sell outside the opening range. Stop loss goes to the top of that move. And then you shoot for 2R. That's the only model I know when price decides to just like rip is one that you can take. But for me, I like waiting for my other models because my other models I think just play out better. But that is something you can do. And right now, yeah, let price displays to that equal low too. On the... Well, we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes. But it looks like it's shooting through these equal lows also. And then it's going to attack that day low down there. I'm gonna see how Bitcoin reacts here. It's hitting into London low and day low potentially. So I want to see how Bitcoin reacts here. Do we get a wick off these levels or do we displace through? And honestly, with the way Nasdaq's moving, my guess is Bitcoin's gonna follow and probably push through. Displacement. I'm gonna go back to the 1 hour real fast. I'm gonna mark out that 50% line because I want to see if we decide to attack that today. Okay, we have that 50% line, and then we have, I'm gonna mark out this too. I'm gonna mark it out. Let's do this actually. In WOG. That's that new week opening gap. What kind of conference are you waiting for to enter? So I use my main model right now is called the 1 minute kill shot, and I wait for like a key level. So like for me, a key level would be this day low here would be a key level, or the next one after that one would be there's a day low down here, there's the H1 50% and a week high here. Key level where price clearly rejects. So like, for example, a good example of what I mean, where yesterday was all choppy because of FOMC, but where was a good example at? Like right here. I didn't take this because I think it's like a different session. So oh no, I think we did take this. So see how price hit this low and gave a clear rejection off this low and then pushed up? Oh, we did take this trade. Yes, I remember this trade. We targeted these highs. So this big wick that rejected on this 5 minute low, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a liquidity sweep, and then we drop down to the 1 minute time frame and we look for the first 1 minute inversion, and that's how we get our sniper entry with the 1 minute kill shot. Now, for something like this right here, right, this day low, I'm not eager to take the first tap of it, right? Because clearly price is very bearish, right? It's broken structure to the downside. We clearly have consolidation to then push down. So for me, what I would want to see, if anything, and this might cause me to miss out on a trade, right? But this is what I would prefer to see today. Price, right, pushing down, which it already has, and it just hit this day low. I'd want to see it kind of start moving back up, and then come down and sweep that low one more time, and then push. Because if price is typically going to reverse, it's going to push down, right? Push up, building orders down here so the big guys can get their orders filled, come back down, fill those big orders, and then push up. And so for me, I'm going to be patient, and that would be the like setup I want, especially that because price is clearly bearish. So I don't want to try to catch a falling knife, and I'd rather wait for a really good confirmation than take the first instance that I think is a liquidity sweep. Now you can be aggressive if you wanted to and try to do that, because price did tap into this. Yeah, price did tap into that day low. So you could take the aggressive approach, right? where you say, okay, it tapped into it, I'm gonna take the first inverse fair value gap, which, to be honest, is it's gonna be a big. That's a pretty big. You know, that's a pretty wide stop, I think. Like, say if you took this, how wide of a stop is that? Yeah, an 80-point stop. That's why I'm like, I would not want to take that. I would definitely not want to take that. 80-point stop is a very high risk trade. I did want to change up this guy. I'm actually gonna delete that. That's really messy. Let's do this. Let's make a new box. Okay. We'll do this. Make it like a purple. Then we'll do. Alright, okay. So we got that new week opening gap. So now if we start tapping into that purple area, we'll know we're in that new week opening gap. And then at the top of it is a day low. There's the H1 50% mark. And then there's the week high that's down there. But if price is going to come down in this new week opening gap, it usually will go all the way through it and then come back. So I'd want, if we're going to tap that today, I would want to see it kind of go all the way through it. Okay, so we're getting some kind of push off of day low, right? So now it's gonna tap into the opening range potentially, and I want to see, does it come back down and sweep this low? It could run without us, right? It could have some crazy V-shaped recovery that runs without us, and would that be a bummer? Yeah, but for me, I'd rather wait for the confirmation. I'd rather wait for a really good setup than try to take a, you know, that's an 80-point stop loss right now if you try to take this 1 minute kill shot. And in reality, to me, it's not even really a 1 minute kill shot because you don't have like a big wick rejecting that level. So to me, I don't like it. I would rather see this come back down, sweep this low, and then go. This also could be, you know, you have this 5 minute fair value gap. This could be a test of the 5 minute fair value gap and then a continuation to the downside. So that's why I kind of like to wait, because this, what if it wants to continue, or what if it wants to push up? What will tell you if it doesn't want to push, or if it doesn't want to continue, is if it fails to displace this low and gives you large wicks off of it. All right, so we just tested the opening range again, and it looks like we're getting like a V-shaped recovery, a very nice one. And we're tapping into this higher fair value gap here, so And this is the more important fair value gap here in regards to these two. The higher fair value gap and the higher the fair value gap is in the move, the more important that thing is. Bitcoin, I don't like what I'm seeing over here on Bitcoin either. It looks pretty much identical to Nasdaq right now. So I'm still not really interested in anything. Okay, the price is inverting this fair value gap too on the 5-minute. So it looks like it might have a pretty aggressive move here in a V-shaped recovery that might just run without me. I'm also interested to see how does it react to this opening range high, right? Do we come up, reject this opening range high, like give us a large wick off of it, and then continue to the downside? Because again, we have that new week opening gap, and that should probably be, that should either be getting filled today or tomorrow. Now it could stay open and it could not get filled until maybe next week, but with how close we are to it, it makes me feel like we're gonna go fill it either today or tomorrow, because we're pretty close to it. We're not too far away. Like, how many points is that? To the top of it, it's only 243 points, which might sound like a lot, but I've literally seen 200 point candles. I've seen 300 point candles on 1 minute time frames. So it could definitely get there if it wanted to. We also have this guy. It looks like it's going to give us a fair value up down here. Yeah, for me, I just want to be patient during this time. Patience is like the utmost importance when it comes to day trading, because it will give you a setup today. It's just a matter of, will you be waiting to allow the setup to come to you, or are you going to chase the setup? How did I get into trading? I've been doing this now since about 2020. Not this type of trading, but just trading in general, of like spot buying cryptocurrencies, buying and selling. Crypto is where I really started it all. I was buying and selling cryptocurrencies, you know, day trading, not day trading, more like swing trading, and doing things like that. I did NFTs for a while, and I would flip NFTs. I'd just be buying and selling NFTs all the time. And then I was like, NFTs died off, right? NFTs kind of died, and that train was over. And then I started seeing people like make money on the 5-minute time frame of Bitcoin, like small little scalps, or those like Ethereum or Solana. Or then I started seeing people on like I would hear people day trading like the Nasdaq or day trading SP 500. And I was like, how the heck are they able to make like so much money on like a little bit of move? Like, I feel like, because I was doing swing trading, right? And I was doing spot buys, and so I was like, I need a massive move in order to like make anything out of my trade. And I was like, how the heck are they doing it? And then I started looking into like, what are they doing? That's how I found futures trading. I dove into futures trading for crypto only for a while. It was like 9 to 10 months. And then I started hearing about prop firms, and I was like, what are prop firms? And I was like, wait, they'll give you, if you can pass their eval and be a good trader, they'll just give you money and then they'll pay you out. I was like, what? I was like, no, this is fake. And then I started diving into prop firms and really understood, because like for me, before I get into something or do it, I really like to dive in and like try to understand it. So I'll like Google it, read up on things, ask people, watch YouTube. Oh my gosh. Watch YouTube videos. I'll just like dive in, like, what is this? And then I'll start, once I feel like I got a grasp of like what am I about to step into, then I'll start like, you know, trying to pass evals, trying to do accounts like that. And so now I futures trade cryptocurrencies still. I love day trading cryptocurrencies. So I day trade Bitcoin. And then also I do prop firms. And so that's like kind of how it's kind of gone. It's been a long journey. I've been doing this like content wise. I think it's been 3 years now doing content, but I've been like trading, from spot trading to NFTs and now day trading, like doing that for 4 or 5 years now. 5 years now from 2020. So yeah, it's just been a journey of like, how can I figure out a skill that I can utilize while also having another job to help my family be better. That's really what it came down to. And day trading was definitely a skill. I was like, oh, this could be something you have your job and you can hopefully sharpen it enough, get good at it enough to then hopefully replace that job or that income and not rely on it. And that's kind of like what my goal is. And I'm only into this stuff, like day trading, like on the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame. I'm only 2 years in on this. So, and this I think has been the thing that I'm like most excited about. And I'm very dedicated. This is like, I think this is going to be the thing I do for, I mean, maybe the rest of my life. I love it. I think it's so much fun. I think has huge opportunity. If you can really figure it out, like really get an edge against the market. I love it. I think it's a huge opportunity. And the whole reason like I'm doing, you know, the live streams and the content is that hopefully I can then help people, you know, change their lives and teach them how to do it too. I mean, there's a lot of teachers out there, but you know, maybe one day I'll be, you know, a little trading guru that can help people. But right now, it's just all I'm doing is showcasing my journey and giving you guys the tips and tricks that I figure out along the way. I'm no guru right now. All right, so price hit into a day low down here, and then shot all the way back up to opening range high. So now I'm kind of interested to see what is price doing around here. Are we going to retrace down? Because now we've inverted this fair value gap, but we now have potentially 2 5-minute fair value gaps that have formed. We'll see what this one forms. But we have this 5-minute fair value gap down below, and then now potentially a second one. So what prop firm do you use? I use 2 prop firms, Apex and Top Step right now. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you might be seeing my you'll see my Top Step journey. I've been like documenting my Top Step journey every single day. And then the accounts I trade on over here are just my Apex accounts. Oh, and I also use TradeFi. I forgot to have my TradeFi accounts too. So I have 3. Top Step, Apex, TradeFi. But there's also a lot of other good ones. My Fund of Futures is good. Take Profit Trader is good. Alpha Futures is good. What else? I'd say those are like probably the main. That's like 5, right? Top Step, Apex, Take Profit, My Fund of Futures, Alpha Futures. Funded Next is another one. That's like 6 different ones. But yeah, I personally right now only use 3: Apex, TradeFi, and Top Step. If I had to say my favorite right now, my favorite is Top Step and Project X, because now you can copy trade your Project X accounts on Top Step to like TradeFi or TradeEvade accounts and stuff. So Top Step, if I were to tell anybody to start somewhere for prop firms, it'd be Top Step or Apex, which I'd say one of those 2. Tops or Apex will be cheaper. Top Step will be a little bit more pricey. But they're both good places to start. You can't find my IG. It should be right down below in the description, is it not? It should be. Yeah, it should be right below in the description. It's Maniac Trades with 2 S's at the end. Oh wait, I just realized I gotta change my. I just realized that my handle's wrong because I changed all my handles to Maniac Trades. Hey, but it's Maniac Trades here. I'll show you my Instagram right now. This is my Instagram. Maniac Trades. So you can see day 5, day 4. You know how to, you know, this is a good one. Pass your prop firm eval in 1 trade. That's a good one to watch. But yeah, I just kind of showcase my journey. But yeah, Maniac Trades. And Maniac Trades wasn't available on IG, so I had to add an S at the end. Where everything else is just Maniac Trades with 1 S. But Instagram, I had to add an S at the end. It still hasn't given me. Yeah, it closed above that line, so still not an opportunity to go short. Still no setups for me. Yeah, there's no fair value up there. The next nearest fair value up is like right there. Yeah, there's nothing. Were you able to find it, Sean? I hope that worked. So I do like this big wick here on the 5 minute, but the thing that won't allow me, that if I were to take this trade, be breaking rules that I set for myself, is that price on this 9:50 a.m. candle and this 10 a.m. or 9:55 a.m. candle right here, both closed above this high. So for me, that indicates that price potentially wants to continue higher. And so for me, this short is not valid for me to take because the candlesticks closed above the high to the left, and I don't take trades when it's perfect. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Maniac family. But we'll see what price kind of does here. See if we get that, what I was kind of talking about earlier. Do we come down now and sweep this low down here and then give another push up? That's what I'm kind of hoping for. Now, with how aggressive this move was, we might not come all the way back down there, and we might actually now attack London high and Asia high, or these 5 minute equal highs too. So but if you're a fair value gap trader, right, this could be a, you know, a continuation trade that you try to take on the 5 minute. The 1 minute hasn't even tested any of these fair value gaps that it's formed. You have this one, this one, this one, and then they never got tested. I think this is the only one that maybe got tested. Yeah, this one right here is the only one that got tested. I do have a Discord server, Sean. Yeah, that should also be right down below in the description. And just so you know, with the Discord server, we're slowly building that up and just slowly building out the community. So it's more of a place that you can, what I use the Discord server for right now is it's a place at any time you guys could get a hold of me. So if you ever wanted to at me and have questions about prop firms or about a video I create or anything, it's a place where you can quickly get access to me and we can actually have a conversation. So if there's ever a video or there's ever something in the live stream that you want to know more of, shoot me something in the Discord server, and then even if you want, ask me to make a video about it. Like, I love video ideas that come from you guys, where you guys are like, I don't understand this concept, could you make a video and explain it more? I'll literally make a video on that for you right there. So yeah, because that just helps me create more content. I'm trying to create like a bunch of content every day, and it's hard. Like, I'm trying to do like seven to 8 videos a day, and you know, sometimes when you're just creating that much, it, you know, you lose ideas. And so when you guys are like, hey, what is this, or what is that, or that, and it just helps me create more. So you're not bugging me if you come and ask questions, you're actually helping me. Another model that I use, I call it the 5 minute trap. Let me actually double check. I keep getting these two mixed up. I have these, I've tried to make these fun names for them so people can kind of remember based off the names. The 5 minute trigger is the sniper's trap. So there's a sniper's trap model I also have that potentially could be setting up here. So what the sniper's trap is like, you wait for a V formation and then you watch to see how price reacts to like a fair value gap or these inverse fair value gaps, and then when you get an order block, you can take the order block. Still nothing. The sniper strap, you can actually take a lot of. There's 3 different entries you can take on that one. You could be super aggressive and take the first bullish 5-minute candle and put stops super tight. And then shoot for 2R, which that one, sniper strap on this one would have worked. That's the aggressive play. But the aggressive play usually can get stopped out a lot more than it working, right? So you're going to have a lower win rate with a good risk reward. Or you do things like you wait for that inverse fair value gap and a retest of that fair value gap. So like this would be the other one. So it's less aggressive, but still more aggressive than the next one that I'm going to show. So you wait for the retest of the fair value gap and then you enter off the fair value gap. Or you wait for price to invert fair value gaps, right? Because you have that inverted fair value gap. You got 2. Or you wait for price to come down to the fair value gap, but then you wait for it to give you confirmation it's respecting it, and then you take the first change in state of delivery. That's the safest route to go and your highest probability trade. But it's going to give you the worst entry, but the highest probability. You're going to win those a lot more than you'll lose them. Oh. All right, we're almost to this fair value gap down here. And I have a video coming out. The guy should be done. So I got a guy editing a video for me, and let's see. Let's see. I'm going to the messages right now. It's in the works. By November 3rd. Oh, November 2nd. Sorry. November 2nd. So Sunday. The video should be to my hands Sunday. And this video has my 3 main trading models I use, and I break them down and give you clear examples. And I show you how to pass your prop from evals. So that video comes out this Sunday. It should be a really good video. I'm hoping it's extremely helpful for all you guys. I'm actually really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I got to work on the next video too. Okay, so the sniper's trap might be playing out here soon. What I'd want to see here for me to take, like, for the sniper's trap to actually play out, which I'm not going to take it because I only take the 1 minute kill shot right now because I love that one. That one has been so much fun for me. If we create an order block here, respecting this fair value gap, we can't invert it. If we invert it, I'd want to see it respect this fair value gap to go long. But if it respects this one, it doesn't invert it and then gives us an order block to the upside, that would be a trigger for a sniper's trap. And this guy I have editing the video, he looks really good. He looks like he's really good at this. I'm excited. I'm very excited for the video. Bitcoin still has not given me anything. If anything, I would want to see Bitcoin to take a short. I want to see it reject like this high. To go long at this point, we would need to reject this low. So I'm still kind of waiting on Bitcoin here. I don't see anything I love yet. When did you learn how to trade? I'd say when did I really learn how to trade was this year, like really learn. I bought a mentorship that came recommended from a trusted friend, and I dove into that, really started learning. I also dove into YouTube a lot. Like, honestly, YouTube has such amazing resources, and if you want to actually learn this stuff, like, mentorship is good. There are good things about the mentorship, but honestly, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. You could definitely find the same kind of benefits that I did from free YouTube videos. But I'd say this year is really when I learned, like in May of this year. And so like with really understanding the markets, it's only been like a couple months for me. I've been day trading, right, for 2 years, but like really grasping the concepts and like fully understanding what I'm looking for, I've been doing that for like 5 months. Like, so I feel like this year I've made massive jumps in my understanding on day trading. My discipline, my model, my strategies, like a lot of things have changed for me. Where did you learn how to trade? Oh, I already read that. My bad. Okay, so we hit into this lower 5-minute fair value gap. Now I'm interested to see, do we come down to this low and give me what I want, or do we break through it and continue? And was this the setup? But for me, it wasn't even a setup. It didn't give me what I wanted. So, which would be a bummer, because these are nice wicks here, but still the candles closed above these highs. So I've been really working hard of not breaking. If I set myself a rule, I stick to it, and I do not chase. I do not chase trades. That's like the most important thing. Chasing trades is like, one, you usually get way overstressed for a trade, and then two, they usually don't play out because you're not fault. There's a reason why you have those rules in place, because it saves you from taking a stupid trade. And when you chase a trade because you think like, oh, maybe this one will work or that one, whatever, blah blah blah, no, I found it usually hurts you than helps you. Okay, so this fair value gap has been tapped into, and I wonder if we're going to get a sniper's trap here. Well, we would need to create an order block here on this guy. And so, like, say if we created the order block, your stop loss could either go to the low of the order block or outside the fair value gap. Outside the fair value gap, you're going to have a way larger stop. Oh my gosh, is that a 134-point stop loss? Okay, I wouldn't do that. Jeez, I didn't realize how big these candles were. I did not realize how big these candles were. 134-point stop loss. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'd put it at the order block. That's 70-point stop loss still. And then I'd shoot for 2R, take off 2/3 of my position there. And then, yeah, I always shoot for 2R. I always have some spot. I take it off. I shave off some of my position. These are big candles. I didn't realize how big these candles were. They look small. Do you have a video about? I don't. I can, if you're in the Discord, I can share with you some people I really like to learn from, and that have good explaining videos. For me, before I start making videos like that, I want to put a little bit more time in and get a little bit more expertise before I start making videos like that. But I plan on making them eventually, probably next year. I can, if you're in the Discord server, I can shoot you some and show you some that I really like. Like Photon Trading has really good market structure videos. TJR has a good boot camp that's on YouTube. It's a lot of time to watch, but it's free. It's just like putting in the time of watching them, and like taking notes. Like what I recommend too is most people will go to YouTube, watch a video, don't take notes or nothing. They just will watch it and then be like, okay, now let me just go take that and do it on the charts. What I recommend you do, if I could give you any recommendation, you're going to go to YouTube, find a free video, watch it, and try to learn. Have a notepad. Okay, so have some kind of notepad. This is not a good one. This is a very tiny one, but like have a notepad. Take notes while you're doing it, or like a Google Doc, something. Take notes while you're doing it. Then once you take notes, go to something like TradeZella. If you go down to TradeZella, the description down below in the description, you can buy that software. I have a discount, I think, of 20%. You buy the TradeZella software, and then you back test. You don't back testing is super important. It's essentially like paper trading, but you can test your strategy that you think you understand. And you could say like, I want to try to trade all of 2025 or yeah, all of 2025 and see how, with my knowledge, how does this model work, right? And then you can go into trading view like you see on my screen right now. And then you can go log into, you know, the paper trading on trading view. And I'd say I'd say paper trade it. If you can paper trade that model you've created for 1 month and it ends green, then I'd say, okay, now try to go get a prop firm, or maybe if you have a little bit of money, go like put it in a live account, or maybe say you're trading crypto, go to a crypto exchange and day trade on that. But yeah, I would say first watch the free video, but take it serious. Don't just like watch it in the background or like watch it like while you're driving like a podcast or something. No, like when you're going to watch it and you're going to take notes and you're going to really understand what they're talking about, or try to. And then you're going to take that knowledge and go try to create a model and back test. And then once you have the model and the back test, you're like, okay, these stats are good on the back testing. Let me paper trade it in real time. Because let me tell you, back testing to live trading is a completely different monster. You'll back test and be like, this strategy is perfect. It only wins ever. And then you'll live trade it and then you'll go on a losing streak because it's just way different when it's live market. And then once you're done paper trading and you put your actual real money behind it, then it's another completely different monster. You might have had a green month paper trading, but then you might have a red month with your real money because it's just a different stress level. So it's a journey. It's a journey process. But I always recommend people, if you're going to start trading and you're beginning, do not over risk. Start off small. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's a slow process and it's going to take time. And I think most people sell it as a get rich quick scheme, and that's just not true. It's going to take time. You got to put in your time. And not saying that, Sean, you think that or anything, but I'm just more just trying to share with like my journey of doing YouTube, my journey of doing like trying to learn that way. That's what I found has been by far the best for me. All right. Looks like price might actually come down and invert this. So maybe we'll get some kind of rejection off this low here. But right now, I don't really love the fact that like price is literally just chopping in this. It's still in the opening range, or actually just broke back out of the opening range. Like it's just kind of chopping in this range right now. Though it is a very large range. Like from the top of this to the bottom of this is 238 points, which is big. That's a really big range. But it's clearly hasn't shown a direction it wants to go. And this isn't when I want to trade the markets. I want to trade once it kind of like manipulates and then like picks. Nice, good. Yes. And I'd say too, if you're paper trading, treat it like it's real trading and trade journal. That's same. That's the software you can use, TradeZella, right? You can backtest in TradeZella and you can trade journal. So I'd say when you're in paper trading, doing live trading, make sure you're treating it like real trading, and you trade journal too. Like today, I thought the market was going to go down. It actually went up. Here's the things that I maybe read wrong, you know, or hey, I read the market right today. This happened, this happened, this happened. I was able to read it properly, and we caught a win today. Like, and just like talk, like just trade journal every day. Like, I don't think people realize how important trade journaling is. Trade journaling is what has helped me create this 1 minute kill shot and these little models that I have, because I literally like, oh, I spot that. Oh wait, price does this consistently. Okay, I see price does that. Oh, what if we combine these two things? Oh, that's working. And then I journal it, you know? And I use honestly my trade recap videos that I do on YouTube every day. I use that as like my digital trade journal also. So there we go. I like this push out of this fair value gap. Even Bitcoin's very choppy right now. Look at Bitcoin. Just creating this little wedge. Yeah, Bitcoin's just creating that little wedge. Yes, I stream Monday through Friday every day at market open. Every day. And I just kind of stream until either we get a trade, or if like clearly price isn't showing anything, then I'll just kind of like say, oh, I'm maybe not going to take a trade today. And that's okay. Like if you can be a trader who's willing to not take a trade, and you're like, yeah, today I'm just not liking it. I don't think I'm gonna take a trade today. That's insane. Most traders can't do that. And it's taken me a lot of time to get there. I still struggle with it. Like I'm like, oh man, I gotta take a trade when I get here. But like, if you can be comfortable with not taking a trade because your setup wasn't there or whatever, you know, you're not feeling the market today, you just feel off, or like you're like, I don't like what the candlesticks are doing, walk away from the trade, right? Or walk away from the charts. Don't take a trade. Like there's always going to be another day to take a trade. Yeah, I stream Monday through Friday. That was way off from the question. I don't know why I did that. Same, yeah. It's hard. It's hard when you get to the charts. Like, you know, you go to bed, you're excited to wake up to trade, you know, or especially if it's the weekend and then you get to Monday, right? You haven't traded in 2 days and you're like, dude, if I can get that banger trade on Monday and start the week off green, you know, like you're just ready and you're excited. You're not trying to be stupid, but you're just excited, you know, to trade. And it's hard not to take the trade or like try to find the trade, right? It's so hard because we love it. We love the game, right? We love it. It's fun. But to be disciplined and say, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. That's a really good thing to do, or to be able to do, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. and then you revenge trade. Yep, you're like, yeah, you're like, oh, I think I'm reading it, right? You're like, oh, I think this is it. I think I'm reading it. You're forcing it, right? Your setup's actually not there. You tape the trade, and then you lose. And you're like, oh, wait, I just read it wrong. I'm going to take this other one. I'm gonna go the opposite direction. It's going to go the other way now. And then you're like, that one doesn't work. You get stopped out again, right? And now you're 2 trades down. You're like, okay, I just got to take one more. I made 2 stupid decisions. Let me just get the day green. And then that actually gets you even more red, right? I'm currently reading Trading in the Zone. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, there are some good trading books. I've never actually gotten into any trading books, like reading. I might want to look into that. I know there's a couple really good ones. Yeah. The third trade smacks, and you're like, see, I knew I was right. And you're like, all right, one more. Let's get green. Let's get like really green for the day. And then you end up right back where you were. You're like, dang it, bro. Like, what? What is going on? Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. And you're 5 trades deep, and you're like, what am I? And you're just like reflecting, like, what the heck am I doing? Like, what am I actually doing right now? I've literally have had conversations with myself like that. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, what am I doing? And then by that time you're having that conversation, it's way too late. It's way too late. That's why I literally just have to like shut off everything and just walk away and like go do something. I have to get away. Yeah, luckily I don't do that anymore. Now I'm very much, I've been able to kind of get way more level-headed and not do stuff like that and be more patient and all that good stuff, but it's taken me a long time to get here. It's not easy. All right, price on Nasdaq's pretty lame today. I thought after FOMC we'd finally get something good, but price action this week has not been very good. Even FOMC was choppy. Like literally FOMC like was just in a massive range. Okay, so there's actually a sniper's trap potential. Oh wait, never mind. We have 4 minutes left on this candle. Well, let's see what this candle does. And there might actually be one of the models that I have presenting itself, but I don't think I'm gonna take it because I really want to wait for a 1 minute kill shot today. That's my favorite one. But this is a model that's forming. This is one's the sniper's trap. So this one would look like this. You put if we get the order block here, you'd put a buy limit at the top of the order block. Stop loss would go for me, because now that's a little tighter stops. I would put my stop loss at this low, this 5 minute low here, and then you could target 2R. I do that. That's what I would do. Let's see if this actually plays out though. I'm gonna wait for that 5 minute order block and let's see if we get it. If it would tap us in or not. Because what I like is that this downward momentum, if you look at it, there's not a single fair value gap, which to me shows that sellers are not really in control here. Buyers are still in control. Buyers are still letting it just, retrace. And then now that it's respecting this big fair value gap and it's pushing out of it, price hopefully can then push up and attack this external range liquidity. And 15 minute, let's see the 15 minute. Yeah, 15 minute just looks like choppy. 15 minute doesn't look great. 1 hour. 1 hour failed to displace this FOMC low here. Right? This is the FOMC low. Yep. And it looks like it's holding that low. So now if this candle pushes up and creates an order block with this move down, then it would change to like this. And then stop loss for me on that one would go to this order block. Oh my, that's still a big stop. That's still a really big stop. 93 points. Like, to me, that's not, I don't know. And I mean, if it works out, that's a 203 point candle. Or a 200, oh no. You're making a good amount of money on that if it works, but you're basically targeting this external range liquidity. Let's see what it gets. If I had to pick, I'd want it to tap me in on this guy. Eight. Okay, so looks like you're getting this one. Stops for me to go there. And then you're shooting just like that. Let's see if you get tapped in here. So this would be the sniper's trap. You would have had this one too. This sniper's trap version would have gotten you in. 2. And that one you're shooting for right about there. And that one goes on that candle. So that's one version of the sniper's trap. And then you have this version of the sniper strap that also worked. All right, did you get tapped in? It hasn't tapped us in yet. This. All right, let's see if this one taps you in. I'll be right back, chat. All right, so it looked like this one tapped you in. Now let's see if it works. No, I'm taking like a mock trade right now on this one. I haven't had any trades today, no. No trades yet. Thank you. All right, let's see if this one would work. And this stop loss on this trade would now be at this low. I would trail 5-minute order blocks on it. So it would be at that low now on this trade. Ooh, do you get a order block right after? For this low, because we entered on this order block, or this trade, I would wait for confirmation that we push through before I move my stops to the order block. Actually, that's not the model. You trail 5-minute order blocks. So we're going to stick to the model on this paper trade. Look at me, already breaking my model rules even on a paper trade. So let's see. If this stops us out at this order block, that would mean both these trades would fail. So this one would actually be, you only need to shoot for 2R right there. So that's not a big move, right? You got 33 point stop, 67. I mean, that actually is a bit in actually grand scheme of things. 66 points on Nasdaq is a great trade. 67.75 points on Nasdaq, that's like a good trade if you can catch that. And that's why I don't. Yep, that's why I wouldn't want to take this trade. I don't think it's gonna work. There's no real sweep of liquidity, and that's like the best. I mean, this trade still could work. It hasn't stopped it out yet, but for me, that's why I like to wait for like the 1 minute kill shot, because the sweep of liquidity, that's where the power is of the trade. Okay, so this, yeah, these trades didn't work. So this one would have been the only one that worked out of that. Yeah. All right, these ones you would have taken a small loss. But I wonder, I am interested to see, how does price react to this low? Does it give a rejection off this low? And that would be actually, if we got a rejection, like a good wick off of this low here, and then pushed up, I actually would be potentially open to taking that trade. But if I had a pick, I'd want it to hit this low down here. If it hits this, I'd want it to be like a pretty obvious wick, like not something small. I'd want it to be like, oh, that's a wick, right? Like like kind of like this guy, where it's like, oh, that is an obvious wick here. It's not something small. Dang, Nasdaq, why'd you have to close above that high? This actually worked. That would have played out to be a pretty good short if it would have not closed above the high. That's like a, it's like a pretty big move actually. It's like almost a 200-point move. Where's your first? Let's see. Where the inverse of fair value at? No, 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 no. This guy right here. That candle right there. So you would have entered like this. Stops would go. Jeez, you would have been into big drawdown. Stops technically would go there. 101 point stop. I don't think I'd put, oh wait, you have this right here. I'd go there. Okay. And then you would, let's see, have you hit 2R yet? Oh no, you're not even close to 2R. Yeah, I would not want to. This would be a stressful trade. Your stop loss right now, though, would be right here. That'd be a stressful trade right there. You would have been able to move your stops here. That's 40 points. Then there, that's 20 points. Would have felt good to move them. Dang it. Oh well. Okay, his price closed below this low, so I got nothing there. Let's see if our patience pays and if it gives us something at this day low. It also could just continue here. I think overall price is going to head down lower. Wait, where did my gap go? Wait. Where did my gap I drew out? Oh, it's only on the 5 minute? Let's fix that. Let me do this. Okay. Yeah, price looks like it wants to it's gonna attack this guy. And honestly, I'm not like super eager to take a long before we hit this. What the heck happened to my arm? I got like a big old scratch all of a sudden on my arm. What? Yeah. All right, looks like price on Nasdaq is actually inverting the first fair value gap formed on this move to the downside. All right, guys, I think I might call it. I'm not really liking price action right now. Like on either asset. Like if you look over to the left on Bitcoin, look at this. Look at this price action. Terrible. And if you look over here on Nasdaq, market opened on this candle here and literally hasn't really left that candle. So for me, I'm not really interested in trying to take anything. What I like to do at this point, so if you're someone who's also doing the same, you're like, I'm not really liking this. What I like to do is set up alerts at levels I would like price to go to, and then just wait for price to hopefully go to those levels, and then it'll alert me, and then I can come back to the charts and potentially look at something. So like for me, I would really want Nasdaq to come down to this low, which is the day low again. So I'm going to put an alert at NQ at day low. So I'm going to put alert there. And then I'm also going to put an alert at this high here. This 5-minute high. Okay. NQ at M5 high. Because if price comes back up to that high and gives me a really good rejection, I want to take that for sure. Another high that would actually be, I'd be open to is maybe even this guy right here. I'd want to be alerted if it hits this high, because why this high? Because this push down to then push back up, this push up failed to like come and attack this order block or even attack this external range of liquidity. And then what did it do? It pushed down again, breaking lowered on this. So this to me is a swing high. So I'd want, if price gave a good rejection off that high, I would maybe take that too. M5 high. And so I recommend, if you're someone who like struggles with maybe trading in the chop and you're like, man, I just feel like I got to take a trade, maybe set up alerts, walk away and be like, hey, I'll just wait until it hits the levels I actually wanted to. And then for, yeah, for me to go long, really, I'd only want to go to this day low. I guess I could set an alert here. There we go. Sweet. So now I'll just wait for price to hit one of these levels, see what price is doing at those levels. And if it's not giving me something I like, wait for the next one to get hit, right? So we got these two nearby 5-minute lows and highs. We got this higher 5-minute high and this day low. So I'll wait to see what does price do. And then for Bitcoin, this is the one low I want. BTC M5 low hit. That would be the one for Bitcoin. And then this high up here. That's it for me on when it comes to Bitcoin. M5 high hit. Great. So for me, I'm not really interested in anything unless it hits one of those two things at the moment for Bitcoin. Yeah. But I just want to say I appreciate you guys for hanging out. We've been streaming now for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I want to say thank you. I love the chatting. Sean and Elio. Or no. Yeah, Elio. Thank you so much for hanging out and asking questions and, you know, bringing in your feedback and your conversation. I really appreciate it. I love it when you guys chat with me while I'm streaming. It makes it more fun than me just sitting here talking to myself. So I really enjoy when you guys come and hang out and bring in value. So I hope you guys have a great Thursday. And I will see you tomorrow morning for Friday's trading session at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. And I hope if you do take trades today, I hope, one, you're disciplined, you're patient, and you're profitable. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning. See you, Sean. Have a great day.